Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Jessica and I's combined collaboration and offering our tag team readings. Welcome. If you're new here, you're watching this on the replay, make sure that we're still live if you're considering donating for a reading, for a human design reading. We'll see about these in the future, and if you have interest for them, make sure you leave a comment and let us know that you are interested. Go ahead, Jessica.
If you don't see the little box that's red and says
Well,
live,
sometimes it still shows it on Facebook, which is why I say
sneaky.
so right now it's 7:16 p.m. Eastern time on Friday.
4:16 Pacific Standard Time on Friday, March
So if it's not
22nd.
that time for you right now, or it's not that time Eastern time, or whatever, then you know that we are not live. Hi, Mariana. Welcome, love. And so we're going to give people some time to see that we're live. And then we are going to go from there.
If I was a pendulum, where would I hide?
Why is it with everyone losing their pendulums recently?
They've been hiding on me lately. They're like, trust your inner knowing. Yeah,
Marijana, in order for you to get a human design mediumship reading, you need your birth time and the place you were born. So if you have that information, then you're more than welcome to join. I'm going to be sending invites for people who have donated for readings to join our broadcast. Hi, Nancy. So Nancy, you will be first up. We can copy and paste this and invite you in, Nancy, so that you can be a part of this. So what you're going to want to do, Nancy, is I think you have an Android. So I believe you go on Google Chrome and you put the link in, and it'll allow you from there, okay? And you can turn it off on Facebook once you get it. Hi, guys. Make sure you say hello. Make sure you share this. It is I, Andy, and Jessica. We are coming to you live from the womb of creation. We are going to help and serve in whatever way the divine make possible for us today. If you are interested in this, all you need to do is share. Thank you, Adrian. It is good to see you here. Okay, I like it to see you here. Nancy, hello, darling. Okay, Nancy should have got the invite. You copy paste the invite into Chrome, and you go hello, and it asks you, do you give permission to show camera? You say yes, and then it give you put your name here, and then you come into live. Easy as pie.
You're killing me. You're killing me.
But what am I supposed to do when you step away like that?
Because my pendulums are hiding. Everything has been hiding. And then I'm like, fine, then I'll just make a new one. Hide. Aha. Haha. Mwaha. And then know that they're in a safe place somewhere. And eventually I will remember said safe place.
Hello, Kathy, darling. Did you get a chance to get your birth certificate, darling? I know they just sent it, darling, so it may not have come away. And if not, it's all right, because Jessica said that she would be able to send you your chart information privately, or be able to have a call. I think. What did you say, darling?
We can meet on a call. I haven't used this one in a while. Hello.
Pretty.
Hello.
Why don't you show off your pendulums and your stuff?
Because they're hiding.
Okay.
They're hiding right now. And then they're in a safe place. A very safe, cozy place. And I don't remember where exactly that safe, cozy place is.
Hi, Anna.
It'll come to me eventually. I mean, seriously, my house is not that big. It's pretty much like the size of a New York apartment.
Yeah.
But they do like to hide on me. My sage is hiding too. I had sage.
You have a lot of things hiding from you.
My dad is hiding from me too. Uh-huh.
Nancy's here.
Nancy.
Nancy, you have the choice to come on camera. If you don't mind, you can come on camera, or you can just have your audio showing. You can choose. You can do so by clicking. Basically, you can turn off the camera icon. There you go. It's your choice.
Am I
Hi, Nancy.
on?
Yep.
Yes,
We
you're
can hear
on.
you. Hi, Nancy.
Hi.
Caitlin is demanding that you go on camera very ferociously.
Well, there,
You
I'm
can
on
choose
camera.
whatever you
So
like, my love.
beautiful.
I just wanted to make sure you knew you had the choice. So
Okay.
welcome. Last time, do you still have her chart pulled up, Jessica, or do you need to pull it up again?
I have it saved. Oh, I need to
Good.
pull it up again because I have it saved on my phone. But I have the notes. I did her stuff.
Okay,
I
good.
did your stuff because I already had your stuff. So
Excellent.
I've already worked on your stuff, but give me a second to do the
Yeah.
other technology stuff.
I know. Me being on camera is too distracting for me.
Then
So
take
Oh,
it off.
I'm
Yeah.
off.
no.
This place is you are safe, you are secure, you are able to do what is comfortable for you, okay?
Excellent.
If you're not comfortable, you're not going to be able to receive any of the information, right?
Right.
Shouldn't be too focused staring at yourself. I got the same problem. You know, to be honest with you, I had a shower in my grandma's shower the other day because my shower is under construction right now.
Oh,
And
man.
grandma's shower has this mirror that's right there in front of it, and I have a major mirror issue. I stare at myself always. And I fell taking my clothes off, getting into the shower because I couldn't stop staring at myself. So, you know, we all have our things, right? My
I'm
grandma's
gonna
like,
try to.
"Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, just staring at myself." Go ahead.
I'm
You're
gonna
gonna try to what?
convince. I'm gonna try to convince Jessica to do this once a week.
Yes.
Just this, like the dual tag team reading thing.
I like it.
Once a week or once every 2 weeks or whatever. So even if you want to do that, then Kathy, no problem. Anybody who is thinking about getting on the list for tonight, you must have your birth date, your birth time, the place you were born. Okay? Jessica's going to start us off with a quick clear. I'm going to go into a prayer. Okay? No, Caitlin, we just have to finish up Nancy's, and that's kind of it for now. So if you want to get on board, you're more than welcome to. You just have to know your birth time, your birth date, and the place you were born. Caitlin says, Mom test, what time was I born? Which means she doesn't know what time she was born, Nancy, so she wants you to tell.
Well, I do think I can find that for her.
Okay. So after Nancy's reading's done, we're going to flow, and we'll go from there. So Nancy, we're going to do a quick clearing.
Okay.
And just out of curiosity, just for fun.
We're gonna start with your prayer first.
Okay, good. We'll start with the prayer. So we're going to start with the prayer, and then we're going to go into the quick clearing. And Nancy, since you're here, any kind of sensations, any kind of thoughts or whatever, like you're more than welcome to share. This is a collaborative space. The moment that you step in here, your energy is contributing to this as much as us, okay?
Okay.
All right. Holy, divine, benevolent, beloved God, thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for all of the amazing and abundant ways in which you bring us together to discover ourselves and discover you within ourselves, to discover the I am. Please grace us with the courage, grace, tenacity, and fire that is needed in order to continue discovering and to continue being the archaeologists of our own awesomeness. Thank you. Archangel Michael, be with us. Engulf us in your divine flame of protection. Each and every one of us, and any of you watching who are open to receiving this frequency, just say, I allow it, I receive it. Archangel Raphael and Jovial sit within our hearts. Assist us to expand our hearts 6 feet in all directions. Allowing us to feel what it feels like to be led by the primary and leading intelligence of love and Christ love. Thank you. Archangel Gabriel, sit within our throats so that our words may be authentic to the divine impulse, that our reception may be authentic to the divine learning. Thank you. Archangel Metatron and Santa Clara sit within the mind. Ease our imbalances, our sicknesses, any sort of fear or program-based illusions, any distortions. Balance us and protect us and ground our minds so that we may be able to receive. Assist me as I connect my crown to the high heavens and the high heavens. Now the high heavens via the violet beam of light activated in any and all watching that are willing to receive this now. We are so very blessed and thankful for this opportunity to connect. Okay, we're not specifically taking individual ancestors, although you may contribute to the reading. We're not doing specific ancestral messages as much as we are really focusing on what the person needs to hear. So keep that in mind. Okay. My guides, please facilitate. Thank you. Assist us to work as a unit, Mary Magdalene, Jessica and I in union, so that we may work together with the proficiency that is divinely rooted. And with that, we say amen.
Aho.
Aho.
Okay, so the first thing that, like, Kathy, are you having, like, pains in your stomach? Nancy, why did I call her Kathy? Why does that happen? Nancy, you're muted.
She's
Are you
muted, yeah.
Are you having pains in your stomach? Because I have, like, an extreme sharp pain in my stomach area. Maybe she went off to look for...
No, she's here. Oh, maybe. That's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. My mic was off.
It's okay.
I didn't want to interrupt the prayer. No, I don't have any pains.
No pains in your stomach.
I'm sorry to hear you do, though.
Yeah, no, that was weird, though, like, in the... Anyways, let's go into the thing, because then that's interesting. Present. Well, I'm glad you don't have any pains in your stomach.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's a sharp little pain, but okay. So when we look at your chart, so all I'm going to do today, this is the first time you've ever heard, seen anything about human design, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So all I'm going to do today is explain your aura type to you, like what it is, like how to use your strategy and authority is that's it. How to use your strategy and authority.
Well, Jessica, don't you want to do a clearing?
No,
you want to? Okay.
Not yet.
Just so you know, Nancy has been doing a lot of research on her human design since she saw the reading. So she's had.
So do you know about being a projector and what it means for waiting for the invitation?
Yes, I did watch the video on Eric's page about projectors.
Okay, and do you have any questions? Because here's the thing. My thing in truth on this is that I'm here to respond to questions or entanglement that you're having while stepping into your experiment. Does that make sense?
Yes, and honestly, I found it to be really interesting. Like, what he was saying totally matches up with the life that I have.
Yeah, I mean,
know.
Yeah.
So
first
the
time
one-on-one and the invite, waiting for an invite, like people call me. I don't. You know what I mean?
Yes, totally. So, okay, do you understand what it means? Your authority is none. So your authority is environment. Do you know what that means? Because when you're watching the videos, Eric is going to consistently talk about follow your strategy and authority. So your strategy is to wait for the invitation, right?
Right.
Your authority is the you don't have it. Like, it's none. It's environmental. Do you know what that means for you?
So if I feel unsafe or I'm not cool with an environment, I leave.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
do you know how that feels in your body? Have you gotten the awareness in your body of what that actually feels like?
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of a homebody, and I like it that way. And that's how, I'm not a bar person or.
I totally agree. I live in my
I
house.
have a question. So Nancy and I have worked together in the capacity of like doing the mediumship circles, right? And so
Right.
what do you say to two projectors that work together in
Well,
reference to waiting for the invitation?
two projectors working together?
Yeah, so I know that two projectors working together can be a really powerful thing, but how does that relate to waiting for the invitation?
Okay,
Because Kathy's always invited me.
so remember, what I share is from my experiment, right?
Yeah,
Personally, am I a projector? No, I'm not, right? So
right.
I can't really give you the true feels. Now, I can give you my hypothesis. My hypothesis would be that you two just frequency match because
Yes.
you have the same defined centers. So, and you're open in the same spots too, right? So I think it would be like the divine the Christ conscious divine energy that we get in that connection frequency, and how I can clear out your open centers. I feel it would be the same with both of you. If anything, you
Yes.
would both be able to notice more so where you're lost and not self.
Yep. Okay. Thank you.
That's what I was
I
from that.
appreciate that.
So, well then I'm just going to move into the quick clearing then,
Yeah.
because the thing is with the experiment is as you obtain information, it's not just reading the book, right? As you're watching these videos, it's actually experimenting with this energy in your life. And then what I have found is like each video, like the first couple ones I had to wait every week. I was live when he was making those videos. So I had to wait a week. And so since I had to wait a week, it gave me a week to digest the information that I was receiving.
Yeah.
And that really changes the way I believe that is the beginning of the changing of our perception. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And being a projector, in my experience, we want to absorb everything at once to be able to project like a complete world, right, around this. So that desire to want to eat the elephant all at once doesn't always serve us, especially as projectors when we're learning the experiment. It's a piece at a time. So this week, Nancy, like looking at where your human design is showing up, where you resonate with it, and where you feel like you could apply it for more ease in your life, and then experimenting, like for example, with that first video, taking notes and saying, okay, I'm going to implement this thing this week, and I'm going to see what happens in my experiment.
Okay. You know what I don't like is I can't see you guys and I can't see any chat either.
Well, you're not going to be able to see the chat, but I can read it to you.
That feels better, at least being able to see your faces.
Can you see us now?
Yeah.
Okay. And we don't really need to be in the chart anymore because we're going to leave it basic there and let you digest that and just kind of see how you can expand that. And then next week, we can see if you have any questions into that.
Yeah, it's very interesting though, because it really was right on for me.
I mean, the human design for me, I've never felt acknowledged forever. I'm a 6'2", so going through the things I've gone through in life, it made sense. And it finally gave me space to heal and to really step into the true dynamic of what I am,
Right.
Okay, would you
Jessica,
like to...
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say Jessica pushed for a long time pushed human design to me, and I was like, yeah, human design, awesome, nice, okay, you know what I mean. But it wasn't until I got my birth time that I actually figured out my human design that I started to really understand myself and gain traction in a lot of the things that I've been circling in. So I think human design is such a gift. For those of you guys, whether you're willing to jump on tonight or you're interested in looking it up for yourself, it's so transformative. So I just want to second that and add my little testimonial. Go ahead, Jessica.
The thing is in truth, we're all just trying to find out who we are, you know, and a lot of times as humans, we are programmed to imitate something that we desire, right? And so we constantly mask with other frequencies. And to me, human design and the positive fox and keys to freedom, those were the first tools that really got it to where you could even know what your frequency, who you are, how do you respond to life, how is it that can life happen for you instead of to you. And for me, the experiment has been just amazing. um would you like a positive fox quick release just to kind of clear out your aura since you're learning all this information,
Yeah,
releasing?
that would be great.
Okay, all I need you to do is, well, you already said yes. So we're just going to take a deep breath in. I need just to breathe with me. I need conscious breathing while I'm doing this. So
Okay.
that way all this energy can shift. Okay. And make sure before I start this, you get a glass of water.
Okay.
I'm doing it with you since I have the same open centers as you.
Aw. That makes me feel special.
Okay. Do you have your water?
I do.
Okay. I'm going to connect in to Archangel Michael, Archangel Ariel, and Archangel Metatron. 1 second. I have an 11-year-old with a defined head, so if she's in my space, her thoughts take over, and I'm like, snap, get out. So sorry, I had to adjust her. Okay, connecting into Archangel Michael, Archangel Ariel, and Archangel Metatron. Connecting to Nancy's higher self. Thank you. Would it serve Nancy? Stop. Would it serve Nancy to have a quick release? Yes. And now this quick release is not on open centers. Andy, if you want to, let's add Andy to this too. Andy, if you want to be added to this too, you can. This
No,
one
I
is
was just going along with her. But if it's just focus on Nancy actually.
okay. This one is for just clearing out your aura, right? Because when we learn new things, and honestly, we have a lot of stuff in your aura. So this is just going to clear out everything that is not my name is Nancy, and give you more space of you in your conscious infinite space of be that you truly be. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And release. Again, in through your nose. Untangling, unwinding, releasing, holding it. And releasing. And untangling and unwinding from everything that no longer serves you. All of the energy that has been just hanging out in your aura that was never yours. And everything, all this is. Nancy, do you choose to untangle, unwind, and release from all of this energy at this time?
Yes, I do.
Untangle, unwind, release. Untangle, unwind, release. Untangle, unwind, release. And now transmuting all of this energy into divine Christ conscious energy, allowing you more space of you, more space of you, releasing pressure in your head, releasing the pressure in your G center, pressure in your splenic, pressure in your root, pressure in your sacral, pressure in your ego, and pressure in your emotions. All of those are energies that you amplify from anyone that is 6 feet within you. Oh, there we go. There we go. Take a deep breath in through your nose with me and hold it. And everything, all of this is untangle, unwind, release, untangle, unwind, release, untangle, unwind, release. And hold it. Untangle, unwind, release, untangle, unwind, release, untangle, unwind, release. Giving you more space of you. And now transmuting all of this energy, sound spears, heart blocks, everything, all that is untangle, unwind, release, and transmuting into divine Christ conscious energy with the beautiful Mary Magdalene. Allowing you more space of you and your divine frequency. And now adding rest, restore, rebalance, rejuvenate, rest, restore, rebalance, rejuvenate, rest, restore, rebalance, rejuvenate. Take another deep breath in through your nose. Allowing your aura to expand. You are safe. You are secure. You are one with Source, and Source is one with you. And everything that tries to block that is no longer allowed. Allowing you to be you. Here we go. I'm complete. How do you feel, Nancy?
Feel great. Thank you.
You're welcome. And that is a positive Fox release, just so you know.
Very nice.
So, as a projector, something that I'm still learning, but has become very pivotal to me is that clearing without thought. So I know, like, there's a lot of, I guess, emphasis on like guided things that require a lot of brain power to accomplish, right? And so Jessica just doing that clearing, I hope it showed you the emphasis of like, you don't have to have a clear projected image in order to experience the clearing, right? So wherever it is that we feel like if it's not clear in our third eye, if it's not clear in our minds, if it's not clear, like it's not working. Not true. In fact, if there's a sense of like almost like your instinct driving you and you're not needing the evidence, and I hope that this isn't confusing you too much, it's working. So I feel like that was a good example of that, where you just got to sit back and receive that. But that is going to be life-changing for you in between your massages.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel very light right now.
Yeah, because when we have so many open centers, what we end up doing is we just accumulate so much of other people's stuff that is not ours. And not everybody has that. So it sort of helps you understand what makes you different and why sometimes things might feel a little more difficult for you than it does for other people, right? People might be able to go around and be around all different types of spaces and people, but you have two, I guess, soap opera dramas happen in one day and you're done. Like you're ready to go to bed, to take your little sleeping pill and go to bed, or whatever they call it, the serotonin, right? And I can relate to that. You know what I mean? But I think I feel like I want to put out there, it might be advisable, and you might consider experimenting with the clearing aspect of what you experienced and what you witnessed from Jessica and also from the video that you saw this week. That might be something that might be actually quite revolutionary for you and your peace.
Right.
Okay. For me.
And if you ever really do want to get serious about clearing your open centers, you can always book with me, and then you'll have that recording that after each session you can just sit and listen to. And if you notice, it's more in the root, then you can go right to the root, and then you have that. I do highly recommend, for the first 6 months, guided is really everywhere. I try to like just give you all the information, you get lost. So what
Right.
I've noticed is guided for the first 6 months is recommended. Okay. After the first 6 months, you've got to stop doing the guided and it's time for you to step into it. Right. So let's say like for 6 months, you listen to the recording that we have that one session with, right? And then in that recording, you're in the mantra of it, right? Because that's what it is, mantra of it, of what you're clearing out, what you're choosing now. Then it's time to record it in your own voice. It's time for you to start taking control of your own frequency and then learning this stuff and hearing the recordings through your own voice. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Very
So
interesting. That
if you're
sounds good.
yeah, if you're ever interested, then just find me on the website. I'm going to be going live. Believe me, the universe is no longer allowing me to hide in my box, so I will be around more often too.
Nancy,
the private recorded ones would be a private session, just so you know.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So one thing that I heard for you, Nancy, is like, I don't know, like you know how to take my readings at this point, but it is a little bit of mediumship in the sense that we have like family members coming together and being like, they need to know we're not fighting. Okay. There's something about like them, all of it's based on the information you revealed to me recently, where they're saying like they didn't know the details. Nobody knew the details. And men are different than women is another thing that I heard. So there was something about like, we're all at peace over here. Like, I know that you're trying to conceptualize where someone could have done her dirty like that.
Right.
But they're saying we just didn't have the details. For all we knew, she was taken care of. And we had other things that we were focused on and worried about. Like, but we're all good here. Like, we're all over here together. Like, we're fine. It's almost like there's a drama happening on Earth that's not happening up there.
Oh,
okay?
Well, that's good. That's really good.
And she's saying like, it doesn't matter. There also is something about her saying like, you might even be able to like have them exhume her body at a cheaper rate and then have it put in something where it's like you can actually,
oh my Lord.
Where you can actually like, A, would it be more affordable, and B, it's like she doesn't need that. She's like saying like, you guys are the ones who want to do this, and I appreciate that, and I'm very grateful for that. But she's very much like, listen, it didn't stop me. Like, she's like, it didn't stop me from being me. Like, where they put me stop me. Do you mind me sharing?
No, go ahead.
So Nancy's been on a discovery of learning who her family members are, certain family members that she recently learned about, especially her great aunt Lily. No, her great aunt. I'm sorry, your great grandmother Lily,
right?
And then your great aunt
Ruth.
Ruth, thank you. And so you found out that you found Lily's grave, but you found out that Ruth was in the same cemetery, but on an unmarked grave.
Right.
Right, and that
not next to Lily either.
Right. So it bothered you that she was in an unmarked grave.
Right.
And so that information coming on the heels of this is she's saying like, I was there. She said, and there's something like she's saying you stopped near her body.
I think I did.
Yeah. She's saying like you stopped, like you knew where I was, like it doesn't matter. And she goes, and you stopped before you even knew who I was. So it's like she's always had a connection to you even before you knew who she was. It's like there's no ego in this. There's no like, I need everybody to know my name and what I was. It's like, no, cool. Like, I'm just here. Hey, guys, you want to get to know me? Hey, right? Wherever, if you decide to do this, it's because it's what you want to do. But don't feel like there's a pressure or a responsibility on your shoulders. Okay?
Right.
Or anybody's shoulders. If you do it, it'd be nice. I think it'd be more cathartic and more spiritual and whatever for you guys.
Right.
It's no yes or no. She says, I'd be delighted if you did it, and I'd also be delighted if you didn't.
Okay.
Okay.
All
so
right.
That's my message for you. God bless. Thank you for receiving your second half. I know we didn't get to have you.
Thank you guys so much. That was fun.
My pleasure. Caitlin donated for hers. So she's hoping that you can find her birth time
Oh my God, like right now?
I mean, yeah, let's wait for Caitlin to
I have to
respond.
literally go through the box and find your baby book. So probably not right this second. I'm
Yeah,
not doing
not the second. Not the second. Unless she knows it. No, I doubt she knows it.
Well, I know it's like 10:13, but that's a kind of a guess. It's 10 something teen.
She said it's the most important time in your life.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for joining us, Nancy. We're looking forward to having you join us in the chat.
Yes, thank you. I'll be right there.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Beautiful. And so that was just a mini example. We'd started Nancy's on Tuesday. Or was it Wednesday? I don't remember. It was earlier this week. Hi, Vondi. I think you're muted, Jess. I was wondering why you're so quiet.
Why is she so quiet? She's never that quiet.
So we'll give Caitlin some time. I'll pull some cards for some people just to say hello. Mariana, did you donate? Because I see you sent your birth time. So if you're ready to go, we can actually get to you.
Such a good mom. Such a good mom. She's going to go look through boxes.
Nancy has a whole nation over there.
Such a good mom. You better buy your mommy a flower. You can't even pick one, like a dandelion. We're totally happy with dandelions too. You don't gotta buy us roses. She is great. She's awesome. You have an awesome mommy.
See, look at her. She's gonna go look while she watches. So cute. And I'm pretty sure the most important day of her life was the day she was born.
Yes. That was a lot of pain, dude. I'm not telling you we were looking at the clock when that happened. Yeah. Okay, we were like, hallelujah, it's over. I survived that. Oh, no, it's not. It's not over. There's more to come. Yeah. No.
Mary Jana, the combined human design and psychic reading, the tag team reading is $30. So if you'd like to join on that, you're more than welcome. Otherwise, you can join us on another time. Okay? There's no pressure here.
Oh, look, she's like, I remember when my daughter was born too. But honestly, how old is your son? And how old are you? In my memory, and I try to hit my mom remembers though,
dude, Nancy has
it was very painful
17
to my mom,
kids.
So.
And most of those aren't even she has 17 kids and most of them aren't even biological.
Oh, that mom is full of love. Yeah. You can't expect her to remember time. You're lucky she remembers names. You're lucky you don't get a, hey, who are you? Whatever, right. You know who you are. Come here.
My mom had 5. And whenever she addresses me, she still goes, Johnny, Andy, you.
But I'm the favorite. Okay. She's going to go look through boxes. You're right. You are the favorite. She would not do that for anybody. Making her search. Biological child, man. Yes.
Her favorite child is Baby, which is the cat. So y'all.
You know why? Because cats, they're just give me food and then maybe I'll love you. Maybe I won't.
Oh, and when they really love you, it's like heaven.
Yeah. I want a pull card. I have an orange calcite.
Ooh.
How pretty.
It's pretty. Is it for the group or for anybody individual?
Collective reading.
Nancy agrees with my baby comment.
Collective reading. Because,
Ooh, my
everybody needs a collective reading. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Ready? Look at that fire. The creative force of the conscious universe flows through you, and this is a fertile time for you as you feel your connection to the source of all inventiveness. Right now, your ability to channel creativity and birth something new is exceptional. Orange Calcite Spirit's message is to fully inhabit the role of artist and co-creator, for you are the creative type. Right now, being playful as you exercise your imagination will help you recognize what you want to co-create and how you might take action toward fulfilling your deepest desires. As you begin to craft something new, you will feel inspired and fill with optimism because the conscious universe is actually coming through you to express itself. You are both the created and the co-creator, an expression of the conscious universe, and one who expresses its creativity, fulfillment, purpose, and joys are the gifts you will receive when you become a clear channel for the artistry of the conscious universe. Begin to heal the wound of the past created when you were told no, or you said no to your potential. Yes, you said no to yourself, and now today you must say yes to yourself, for your creative soul is urging you to let it express itself. Start by drawing, painting, dancing, singing. Use any art form that puts you in touch with your awesome inner artist, for it will help you remember how powerful of a co-creator you are. And this energy has been
I love it.
strong for the last
Yeah.
couple days. With this lunar eclipse that's about to happen on the 25th, we're in the shadow period of
We
Mercury
have like a
retrograde.
3 or 4 week major whammy every Monday. Something big is happening. Whether
So
it's
if you
lunar
go
eclipse,
crazy and
solar
lose your
eclipse.
mind, you're not alone. Go on.
Yeah, we're about to go through
Lunar,
some
solar,
bumpy, turbulent ass times. And if right
Mercury
now is the
retrograde.
time where you're considering whether or not you should be buckling down and expressing through your spiritual process and experimenting and learning yourself and giving yourself ease, now's the time where you put all of, like when you're on a race and you're like losing it a little bit. Now's the time where you put that little extra oomph into it because it's going to give you major returns.
Yeah. Taking
Okay.
credit for things that others love that you brought into their life. This comment is perfect with it because you found the cat and now your mother is extremely happy and grateful for the cat, and to see how and what people are bringing into your life. Are they making it expansive, or are they making you tight and closed down?
Or is it a combination of both and in
Yeah.
different circumstances and environments?
Yeah.
So Nancy's saying that she can't find it. She
We can
doesn't
do
think
a quick release.
we can do a quick release, and we can also do
And then
I'll do like a mini reading, and then when you get the date, you'll come back and we'll do the chart stuff for you. So we'll do like a part 2 like we did with Nancy. Okay? Does that sound good? So I'm going to send you the invite right now. Okay? I need you to calm your tits though. Okay? I need you to calm your tits, Caitlin, because you're going to come on here like a crazy person.
all right, I need you to go back to the accent that I enjoy if you're going to use that kind of language.
Hey,
Okay.
right, darling.
At least say it in terms that I enjoy hearing
I'm
those
sorry,
words
darling.
from.
Didn't mean to trigger you, darling.
No, not that one.
Oh.
Try
You want
again.
me to you
Thank
want me to
you.
talk?
Come again.
Caitlin,
Thank
you want
you.
me to talk like this? Caitlin, if you're going to come like this, you need to calm your titties, okay?
There we go. Much better. I shall accept that frequency of it.
I slip into this frequency because that's the frequency I hold with Caitlin because she's that type of gal. Me and her like to do a little powwow.
We don't get to call you. You have to come into our box.
So we sent you the message. All you have to do is click the link, okay?
Push the button, and then you enter the room, and then there's a boxy, and we see you. Other
I'm
than
going
that,
to start with reading, okay? Is
she's
he
not going to
seeing
hear
good?
you. She's trying to get in the room.
I'm talking to you.
Oh, you're going to read me?
No, darling. I'm going to
Come again?
start with reading so that you know before you get into quick, clear release.
See.
You're going to, okay?
See.
Don't give me that attitude, darling.
Look
Okay?
here,
We've
mister.
been married for almost 3 years now. You know,
Yes.
you need to be.
No, you're right. You're completely correct. Aha, she found her way here.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
We cannot hear you.
Oh, you can't
I
hear
like-
me.
Oh, I can
Oh.
hear you. I can
Oh,
hear
you can
you. You
hear
just weren't talking.
Thanks, aren't they cute?
Honey,
So
I think it's
cute.
time we talk about the cloud that's hanging over your man's head.
It's so cute.
Okay?
And this is my boyfriend, Dave.
Hello,
Hi,
nice to meet
Dave.
you. Such a bright light you have emitting over your head.
Yes. And from him.
Yeah.
He's my angel.
Aw. We all need one of those. We all need one of those. Those are the power of manifestation.
Yeah, I manifested him for sure.
See?
Got lucky. Real
Hey,
lucky.
no, not lucky. You just said it. You manifested it. You did the work. You got clear. You understood how to communicate with the universe. And then wada boom, bada bang. Look at what you got. So, no, not luck, my love. You worked for that. You put it into the universe and you did it to yourself because you would not have met such a big, a frequency matching partner if you didn't already know what your self love frequency was in the first place, because he wouldn't know how to match up to you. So because you did the work and you did your self-love, he knows the frequency to match up to. So therefore, you get to have an amazing relationship.
Very true. I agree. I
See?
agree. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Your turn.
Hi. So, first and foremost, I'm gonna challenge you one of these days to go to your mom's house and find your baby book yourself.
So I actually just gave her instructions because she can go in a folder that's called Caitlin's Important. And it's my folder
Okay.
that's in her file cabinet, and it should have a copy of my birth certificate. So
Okay,
I
because
will go there and find it
the
this
message
weekend.
the message okay, because the message I got was that you can find it a lot better than she can. So that makes a lot of sense. So another thing that I'm hearing and feeling is that there's a lot of like sort of your head is becoming a problem.
Oh.
Okay. And what I mean by that, a problem for you, right? In the sense that this is your card, right? And when I felt this, I just felt the feeling of like my mind won't let me move from the place that I'm comfortable with. So I'm constantly creating like and seeing almost through these distortions everything around me as proof of my stuckness or proof that like the walls are like caving in on me. So it's almost like your mind is playing tricks on you, almost as if like you were in the desert and you're seeing all of these like vivid sort of like visions, right? It almost feels like your mind and going into retrograde. This is a very important message for you, Caitlin, because going into retrograde, and I'm interested to see what your chart looks like because hi, Jackie, because it feels like the retrograde is going to intensify this. And we got confirmation from Spirit with the honks outside. Your mind and your ability to sort of almost synthesize. And what I mean by that is like artificially synthesize sort of like truths about what's going on around you. It's almost like what you're receiving spiritually is not as clear as it has been or won't be as clear as it has been moving into the next couple weeks. Okay. It feels like there's another sword energy, 5 of swords in the reverse. There's like 5 beliefs that you're living with right now that have nothing to do with reality. And that's just an example, right? And so Spirit is saying, like, if we know, like, there's a period of time where the mind can't be trusted, it's a little bit sick, like, what else are we going to do other than, like, kind of obsess? Because I can relate to this. Lean on your lover. Lean on him to understand. I don't know what to make of this. I'm not even going to think about it. Yeah.
Okay. So when I hearing major things with this one. So in truth, like we're going to pull out of like the story and kind of go into the frequency because I'm a frequency person. I'm not really story. Okay. So in the frequency of what was just explained, auto reinstall programs are coming up from the past, right? So like past energy, past stories, past people, right? And yeah, it was real and true in the past. Yes, there was a version of you that dealt with certain things. And there might be right now, the lower frequency is really putting a lot of intrusive thoughts into our mind where like they'll throw like let's say he leaves a sock on the floor, and let's say, and I'm just saying like a past boyfriend, if he left a sock on the floor and you picked it up, he like lashed out at you, right? So for you, like an auto reinstall program would say, you know, it would put that stress in your body when you saw this sock on the floor, right? But so right now is really this time of asking yourself this stress that's coming into your body, ask questions into it. Is it real and true for right now? A past version of you, it could have been real and true for. Okay. So that's where it gets tricky. So you've got to ask yourself, is it real and true for right now? You know, and with the lover, it's having that open communication where if you are triggered by something and you can feel something, you're able to communicate it with him and he can hear it has nothing to do with him. It has everything to do with you. And then he can navigate how to hold space for you to move through, because as a masculine, right, he's there to hold space for you to completely open as your full lotus, right? And so right now is going through the process of the final, and you're not alone. Like a lot of us divine feminines are in this final process where, like, all right, when we couldn't breathe and the life was tight and we didn't understand, right? We shelled up, we got scared, and we became toxic, right? Well, the first things we're healing is our masculine, because our masculine's the doer, right?
And the masculine is all about thought and thinking and logic and
And that's
structure.
within all of us. It's not like a man versus woman. Like, that's within all of us. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm the more masculine in our relationship, so we're trying
Okay.
to work on that.
So this is what it
yeah.
is, though. You have felt safe to operate. No, but truth. And then,
Yeah.
girl, I'm going through this too, so I can totally speak into this. Okay. You have felt safe in operating in divine masculine energy. Okay. Because you were able to heal the toxic masculine frequency of yourself. Okay. That's why we're here having this conversation, right? Your masculine is divine. You've done the work on that. I can feel that. I'm getting a full right? So what happens is, here's the seed of the lotus, right? And as a feminine, and I tell you, like, some of this stuff I just don't think is personally fair. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because as a feminine, and this is what I've recently learned, we do all the feminine work and we think, oh yeah, I'm in my divine feminine now, right? No, honey. No, we were not. Until he comes in, we don't get to step into that divine feminine until he allows us space to be that person. So we have to be able to communicate the masculine energy with him, and he has to be able to receive it, not make it about him. Does that make sense?
Well,
and if you can make...
So in previous readings, something that's come through strong is that they're expressing the opposite archetypes, right? But the thing that I feel like Caitlin, you're not hearing, or maybe you're not receiving so much, and maybe I didn't do justice in explaining it, is that the divine masculine, you being in your masculine energy, or you having more masculine traits in union, does not mean that your feminine does not exist.
No, she's there.
Okay?
She just
She's
doesn't
very
feel
much
safe
there.
to come out.
And so
as
that
you let her
blossoming,
petal by petal, right? Okay, truth. First time you saw him, there's all kinds of like passion, something that happened, and it probably scared the bejesus out of you. And you're like, oh my God, do I want to do this? Right? That's the masculine, dude. That's the divine masculine. Did you feel that way or no?
No. The first time I saw him, I said, I need you to take me out on a date. And then he took me out on a date.
well, let's hear from Dave. I want to hear from Dave too. Dave, did you have that feeling?
Did
That
you
Jessica
get
was talking
nervous
about?
when she asked you?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I wouldn't say super nervous that day. I think I was more nervous the first day we met.
But more like butterflies, like excitement, like passion,
Yeah.
kind of fire, like, oh my God, she's looking at me and she actually likes me and she's interested in me, right?
Yeah, a
Right?
little bit. Yeah.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Because truth, this is a part. I'm gonna say right now, I don't even know what your designs are, but I'm gonna tell you, he is defined emotional. You are not. You are open emotional. You are more of a defined ego. You're here to prove and improve things to people, right? Which is fine. But Dave, right? That's your name?
Mhm.
You need to watch out. You are not here. And again, I don't know your chart, so I'm kind of talking out of my behind, okay? Because I don't have the real information in front of me. But from what I'm personally feeling, you got to watch out, because when we're open in our egos, we're constantly trying to prove or improve ourselves to him. And that's not what we're here to do. And in fact, when we operate in that energy, we make them like kind of like grossed out by
Proving
it.
your worth, proving your seriousness, proving your like worthiness, proving your they're saying like your dedication or your like consistency, like constantly feeling like you have to like
Do you
show
feel
every
that,
day.
or am I wrong? Hold on, because I'm just assuming. So do you feel that, or am I wrong? I can be wrong. I'm not perfect. I'm not a god. I am totally human, just like you.
Do you feel like you have to prove those things?
Do you feel like it's an not necessarily from her, but like this energetic feeling to yourself where you feel this need to like do something a little extra, or, kind of like a continuous thought about her kind of thing? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. I think when something's really important to me, I do feel the urge or need or want to do more.
Yeah. And because
He'll always do the above and beyond. Like,
Yeah.
if
Do
I
you?
said, like, I
Do
like
you?
roses, he would buy a whole bunch of roses.
Do you, Caitlin?
Do I what?
Do you go above and beyond?
I think I do. I think I do as much as I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
I push myself to do the most that I can and give.
So it's a conscious thought for you.
Yeah.
See, I gotta see the charts, like, because honestly, it's
Yeah.
hard to do. Yeah,
I gotta call bullshit on you, Caitlin. I'm not saying that you don't care. I think you very much so care, but I don't think that's your design. I don't think that
we
you
all have different frequencies of it too. Because
and that's the thing. It's like a love language thing too, because like understanding how each other kind of expresses that and doing the human design thing is going to be revolutionary.
I cannot wait. I think we should just like get a session going for us.
I want
we
his
should
too,
figure this
because
out.
I'm telling you,
fun.
So I think for me it does come like naturally what we're talking about.
If you can see these two designs come together, you'll see what it's like because when you're two. Okay, listen, we're all individual frequencies. Okay, and this is what messes us humans up, right? We're all our own like battery. Okay, and we're all programmed to operate differently. Now there's a group of us that are generators, so we're the like always going sacral energy, moving. We're usually the ones that are neurodivergent, the ADHD ones. Like that's usually us, right? Then you have the projectors like Andy. Okay, wait. So for me as a generator, I feel frustration and satisfaction in a way Andy would never understand. He just doesn't have the capacity in his being to understand the frequency the way I feel it, right? And Andy's a projector. So when he's in his aligned frequency, Andy is very success. Like, ooh, you can feel it on Andy. Like you feel like the gold carpet underneath his feet. Like he just gives off that success frequency, right? And when he's lost in not self, he'll become very bitter. I do not understand the success and bitter frequency that he goes through because I don't experience it. But because I have knowledge of this is what he's going through, I have knowledge of what his not self energy is, right? It allows me space to honor him and not to make it about me. Because when we don't know how to honor another human being, all we know how to do is take it in and find some place to make it about us, right? It's human nature. Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think this is so important, is to be able, and I kind of went on a tangent. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Dave, you were saying
I think it's great.
What was that?
You were saying it comes easier for you? I know we cut you off.
It's more natural for me, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, my like love language is like the act of doing things. So like I cook like a full dinner, a lot, or like I'll do something, a lot. Literally,
you do a lot.
But it's the way. But listen, here's the thing.
I do things.
Here's the truth. Things. You are Caitlin, and you are Dave. Okay, you are your own kingdom. And anywhere you try to bring comparisons from outside, inside, you done messed up. So don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Everything all that is absolutely ridiculous. Anybody from the past, they're not in your house right now. So anybody and all those energies, absolutely ridiculous, right? Now you have two people that have chosen to experience a moment. Whether the moment turns into many more or not, I mean, really that's out of our control, right? But we have this moment. So in this moment, you get to say, hey, I'm Caitlin, and this is how I show love. And this is how I feel comfortable in showing love, right? And there's nothing right or wrong with it. It's just who you are. And because he wants to share his life with you, he says, okay, now I can honor you in that frequency and understand and tell myself that self, this is how I match up to her self-love frequency, right? And then he does the same. And he says, hey, hon, you know, like for us overgivers, right? I don't need you to be an overgiver because I'm an overgiver. Like, please don't. Like, in that
Yeah.
whole obligation energy, like,
Me and
please
Wandy know
don't.
that battle way too much. When two overgivers get together, it's like an override.
Yeah, you know, it's a thing because it comes back and forth. It's just a thing where you actually get to come and instead of making invisible contracts where you're actually pulling in energy from past relationships, past friendships, past whatever, you get to be clear with what your contract is.
Yeah, the
You know?
diversity. People think that when they're getting with people, and I know that I can feel you guys kind of being like, all right, this is nice, but like, okay, right? And that's okay. I know, but
Andy's that way. He's enough of me rambling.
Listen, no, right, but you're thinking like, there's their man bun, there's like height, there's like race, there's like muscles, there's like body type, there's like all these things that we think are like different factors in like what we take to, and most of them are physical, right? But the level of diversity that occurs within one's being is insane. You guys are in a relationship that is unique to any relationship that is probably out there right now. And so that's what I feel when Jessica says, don't compare yourself. Now, I want to go back to this message because it feels very important, and I'm going to give it back to Jessica, which is that the mind stuff and the programs that she's talking about. So, for example, a lot of them have to do with stability, money, everything that's going on at this time. And so essentially, there's a lot of feelings of the mind trying to convince you that everything is falling apart, the sky's falling, and you're Chicken Little being like, run, bitch, we got to get out, right? Like, what's going on? Like, we got to figure out a different way. And so that energy is creeping in. Okay. And so we want to make sure that it's almost like the universe and the universe and God, the divine, whatever you want to call it, is like kind of sitting back and being like, I wonder how Caitlin and Dave are going to react and respond to this. What are they going to do? Right. And that's kind of me bringing it back to story, because that's kind of the context of how we've been working together thus far. When Jessica says story, what she means is forming a narrative that makes sense to what you're going through. Right. And so a lot of the ancestral karmic stuff, a lot of the ancestral karmic stuff that has to do with the mind, thoughts, and programs is going to be highly, highly at the forefront right now. So both of you guys are going to Trigger City. Okay. Both of you guys are both hand in hand about to walk through a minefield. Okay. It doesn't mean that it's going to end up bad. It could mean that you come out on the other side like a movie being like this, like even closer and more integrated than ever.
Triggers, you know what I mean? Hallelujah, and especially during Mercury retrograde, right? Because wherever you're being triggered, again, you need to ask yourself, is that a trigger for this current version of yourself? Because so many times we make moment decisions in past versions of ourselves, and we're not even those people anymore. So I'll shut up now.
And we cement the belief that we're not changed. So then we're like, oh, look, I've done the same thing I did, like I've been doing for the past 6 years. I haven't grown at all. Right. And it's like, no, you very much so have. And you very much so have come a long way. But that old part of you is just closer, like a planet that comes closer in orbit to Earth. Right. It's just that planet of the old nonsense mental bullshit is like right up on your ass. Like, and so what are we going to do about that? Right. The advice from Spirit is mostly to Dave. And that is that like, and that is that you have the ability, you have the sword, you have the clarity, right? Caitlin, you have the body awareness clarity and the gut, right? But the mind is not to be trusted, right? So you could say, oh, I'm feeling this is going on and this is, and Dave can sit back and be like, actually, I feel like it's more like this. And it's going to be him taking your impulse and being like, no, everything that you said sounds like there's a whole lot around it that doesn't add up. And this is what I feel is the real center of it, right? And so don't bite your tongue at this time, Dave. It's very important. And and also, you know, receiving that, Caitlin.
I don't agree in that because, to be honest with you,
I feel like that kind of feels like opposite, because like there's a lot of times where Dave will say something and I'm like, well, why would you feel that way? And then he'll tell me, I'm like, that was so like out of pocket. Like I have no idea where you're even coming from with that. It has nothing to do with that. And then I'll have to explain a bunch of things. He's an overthinker. He overthinks and then worries. And I don't. I just take things face value, like say it how it is and then drop it. You know, I don't think that much into it. And he's a big thinker into things.
Yeah, so then it could really be the opposite.
I think though, but in truth, like I think it's both. I think this is where you both are kind of like leaning in, right? Because Sometimes
Where you
we
have
take
your
it a
blind
little
spots,
to face value. And
you have your
sometimes when he comes to you with his thing, because like you said, right now in your home, you're allowing him to hold the feminine frequency because you're not, honestly, you're not backing down. And as the masculine woman, we got to back down a little. And how we back down is by their consistency, right? By the way that they show up for us. And if he has consistently showed up for you, do you have to consistently be on guard? And again, I can't answer those questions for you, and I can't tell you what's right or wrong. But these are things that I do suggest asking yourself, right? Because like honestly, sometimes Andy will like come at me and he'll be like blah, 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 and I'm like, everything all that is, I don't know where the hell you just came at, right? But I've also learned not to immediately reject it, to allow it to linger. And I still stay to what my original thing is, but sometimes when it's lingered, like I can kind of see, I'm like, all right, I didn't see it that way before. And he's like, of course not. You're all go, protect. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Truth is, we're only going to see, and then this is where I thought too was a little wonky. When it comes to the universe, remember, the universe only gives us what we speak to it. So if we're consistently speaking doubts to it, then it's going to consistently bring doubts into our life.
in the context of the ocean and the transits that we're going through, right? So it's natural that retrogrades bring a blanket of energy that everybody's susceptible to.
Yeah.
Now, what is your relationship to the universe when that transition happens? What are you speaking into the universe when that transition happens?
And being mindful of it, and watching your invasive thoughts, because that's happening big right now.
I really don't want you to feel, because the Lover's card is coming out strong. The Hierophant is coming out strong for the two major arcanas. You're coming out strong. Okay. This is just like a chapter in your book, right? This is an aspect of it. So wherever you might feel like, because I can tell that you guys have been working a lot at things, and I can tell that you've fallen and you've gotten up, and there's a lot of mental things and there's a lot of past things, but it does feel like you guys are coming out strong. Like this is your energy here.
Yeah, it's the time.
We're swans.
It's time for in truth, it's not just you, okay? Like, as for one, as for many, right? A lot of the feminine energy has been hurt, and we have been scared, and we don't want to go through that again. And we have overgived, and it has caused a lot of heart walls to go up, and it's not easy to come down. And when we are working through our healing process, I assumed a lot of times it was more feminine energy because it was drawing and it was it was not, it was masculine. And honestly, I didn't even know until I personally recently have had someone come into my life that enlightened my divine flame, and honestly scared the crap out of me. I'm like, I am totally okay in my shell. I am happy in my masculine energy. Like, I am not sure I want to do this. But to be the true divine frequency that I am, I need to learn how to mingle them both. And by opening up to that masculine and allowing him to have space to be that masculine, because he's showed you his feminine. And the fact that he is allowing his feminine to be out first, I mean, I can't personally, I'm not in your life, but if that's what it's out, he's already showed you who he is. Like, he's not hiding anything from you. So now it's up to you to say, this is who's in front of me, and is it time for each bloom to start coming out little by little? It doesn't have to happen all at once. Let's be clear on that, okay? Like, one petal at a time is just fine,
Men that are rooted in their divine, like they're saying, for example, men that are rooted in their divine masculine usually peak in high school or early in life, and men that are rooted in their feminine usually peak later, right? Because they have that sensitivity, they have that, so both of you guys, it's not that you're one or the other, it's that this is the space that you're coming from, right? You're coming from this space and you're coming from this space. Can't change it. There's too much resistance to change it, right? We can't just completely transform ourselves overnight, but we know where we're coming from. And so I think that's the important part. But I'm looking forward to getting into your chart, Caitlin. And
oh my God, I know. Woo! I love this. This is so fun.
Good. I'm so glad. Well, have a good night. I know, Dave, you got put on the spot a little bit.
Yeah, I was not expecting this at all.
Yeah, I could tell.
But you
know what I was doing. I was over there like looking through my folders, and then I sat down.
What's this chart? What do you need for the chart?
I'll show you. Their birthday, birth time,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And you can
the
even go
Facebook
on
one.
Eric's page or find somebody else and already start to get because there's a ton of information already out there,
Yeah, you
and
can
there's
look
like
up your chart.
gathering
So
information.
I'll say after seeing you do it the other day, I just typed in my human design on Google, right? And I went off my mom's guesstimate of her favorite child being born at the time of 10:15, and just for ha-has did 10:32 just to see. And like both of them were pretty freaking on point. So I'm super excited to do this because I want it like explained to me fully. But
Yeah.
yeah, so fun. Very excited.
Okay.
Okay,
it was
so
nice
true, but
having
wait,
you.
hold on though, because no, truth, when you get the okay, so if you want like a real chart reading thing, let me know because I'm okay. I am not here to inform, right? So when I try to inform, I get all glitched up because that's not that's no. You have to go find Eric or there's a ton of other people that explain it. What I'm here for is when you get your chart and you're like, I don't understand what it means to respond. Then you would come to me, and I would work with you on what it means to respond, right? I don't understand what it means for the waiting for the invitation, you know, but you have to kind of get that information from others, and then if you get tangled in something, then I'm able to assist, and then when it comes to the not self, then that's when it comes into clearing. This has been an interesting road for me, like 'cause-
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I do think that looking at your chart and just being able to, like we did with Nancy and doing with others,
But she
like
did the videos too
you already, yeah. So you can look at the videos based on once you get your time, look at the videos, and then what you'll do is like whenever you're ready, just pay the other $30. And if Jessica decides that if you don't want to do it in public and you want to do it in private,
Yeah.
then I'm sure Jessica will be happy to take you guys in that way,
Yeah.
so that you guys can do it together.
And I could like look at both of your charts and then be like, okay, and not self here. You see what I'm saying? But you already have knowledge about your own individual frequency. Because when it comes into the numbers, I'm open head and open ajna, and that stuff doesn't retain. It's more of the energetic frequencies of seeing how the comparison, I can see them together and where the glitches are. And so how we can undo. I'm more the control center. Does that make more sense?
Yeah.
Andy's more of the mouth too, and
No, it doesn't.
because I
It's
get
okay,
Andy
though.
does not have a mouth.
Oh yeah, no, he's more of the like communicator. That's what I mean by
Like
the mouth.
the right words and communicating things with colorful language. But yeah, I can see you guys itching to get off, so I'm gonna let you guys go.
Oh no, we're not itching.
Okay.
We're
Are you
hanging
sure?
out.
Can I
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
one more
no.
question
Yeah, we're good.
before you leave? How do you
No.
feel after this?
Good, super
I'm
excited.
good.
Do you feel heavy or do you feel light?
Heavy,
Yeah.
and I don't know why.
Okay, so again, this is why. No, we're gonna do.
Thank
Would
you
you
for the
like to?
honesty.
Would you
That's the
like
thing
to?
what I was talking about with the Ace of Swords. But go
Would
ahead.
you like to have a quick release and feel what that feels like and see if that feels anything different? Or have you ever? Okay, let me readdress this. Have you ever played in quantum energy, like
No.
clearings? No. Would you like to experience a positive fox quick release that just comes in and just does a quick clear out of your aura?
Sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So all I need you to do now, I have two rules, right? One, you gotta not go anywhere. Stay in the thought process of like your breath. Okay. Don't like try to start thinking about spaghetti and lasagna. Please don't. Okay. Try to just focus on your breath. And then it's gonna be in through your nose. We're gonna hold it for the count to 3. And then when I ask, like, do you choose to release this? All you have to say is yes. Okay. Because when I get into the frequencies, sometimes I forget my human words. So I just want to make sure I drop my words before I get into the energy. Ready? Okay. And then I'm going to ask, can I connect into your higher selves?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you have to be
Yes.
clear. No, we
Yes.
got to be precise.
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
Okay. Gotta remember, speaking to the universe, we have to be precise. Okay. So here's another thing. When we're working with universal work in quantum energy, we have to be precise. So no, no, yeah, yes, or no. And like with the confident, like, yes, this is what I want, because that's how the universe brings it to you in a quickness. Does that make sense? Can you did I?
Yes.
Yeah, the universe is all about free will. When you're very clear about what you're accepting and what you want, it will give you a clear result.
And if you're wonky, then it's just we're wasting both of our times. So, all right, let's go in. I'm going to connect into Archangel Michael, Archangel Ariel, and Archangel Metatron. Connect into Caitlin's higher self, Dave's higher self. Stop. Would it serve them to have a quick release? Yes. Okay. We're going to go in through our nose. And we're going to hold it. And we're going to release. Again, in through our nose. And release. All the way down, all the way down, all the way out, all the way out, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. And again, in through your nose. Hold it. Untangle one, release, untangle one, release, untangle one, release. And release. In through your nose. And now I'm going to freeze all of this energy of untangles. Freeze it, freeze it, freeze it, all the way down, all the way down, all the way out, all the way out, and all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. And let it go. And one more in through your nose. And all of this energy that's frozen, it no longer serves you. It was never yours. You just picked it up. Everything, all of this is, do you guys choose to untangle, unwind, and release from all of these energies?
Yes.
Yes.
Untangle, unwind, release, and let it out. Untangle, unwind, release, untangle, unwind, release, untangle, unwind, release. And again, hold it. And out, transmuting all of this energy into Christ conscious energy, giving you more space of you, more space of you, more space of you. And again, transmuting all of this energy and out to divine Christ conscious energy, allowing you to feel the infinite space of be that you truly be. There we go. Allowing you to feel lighter. Yes. Okay, we're going to add the rest, restore, rebalance, rejuvenate. Rest, restore, rebalance, rejuvenate. Mary Banglin, please. Rest, restore, rebalance, rejuvenate. Allow them to feel what it feels like to have their aura clear of energies that is not theirs, never has been theirs, never should have been theirs. And now they are in this amazing space of be that they truly be. Here we go. How do you feel? Any
Good.
difference? Be
Yeah,
honest.
I do. It feels good. It feels light.
Yeah.
And I apologize for the slight giggle in the beginning. I was
No,
not
you're
giggling at
fine.
you. Dave released.
You're fine.
Uh,
Audible release
he-
it first. Oh, released. Hey,
he
you gotta
tooted.
release. I know, got it. Release. Hey, you
He
gotta
breathed
release
out.
however you can release, okay? Like, we let him be. And no, you're fine. And giggling doesn't make me mad. And poor Dave. Oh, that did not happen. It's okay. All releases are perfect. Dave, did you feel lighter before that moment of complete embarrassment? Don't worry. We only have 5 people watching, okay? Don't worry. Nobody's really paying
And it's only
attention.
my
I do
family.
feel lighter. I do feel lighter.
Good.
So you did feel the quantum physics. Awesome. All right, you guys,
think so,
thank you
yeah.
so much for allowing me to connect. I'm going to disconnect
That
into
was
your
so
energy.
fun.
I had
Thank
so
you
much
guys.
fun.
Thank you.
Bye.
That was fun. We should do couples things. That was
Yeah.
fun.
That may well see because then they already have their information, and then it's
And they
about
we
me
also have an
responding to them honoring each other. See how that's different?
We have an experiment with 2 people rather than 1 person and a hypothetical second person,
Yeah.
right? We
and
have 2 people there.
Yeah, and it comes back into me responding rather than me trying to inform, because I am not here to inform. I wish I was. I wish I was a manifester, but I am not. I'm a generator.
I'm here to project. I don't know how much that has to do with it, but
No, but it does, because you projected that we have this space. I responded. Here we are. And now we're doing this. And together we get to hold this beautiful Christ conscious energy, allowing others to feel who they truly be. And it's not, this is the best thing, right? This is not a pedestal energy. I'm not like, you should not want to be me, because like some days I don't even want to be me, right? This is a Red Rover energy. This is where I'm manifesting generator too. My Wandy. I love my Wandy. We're Red Rover frequency. You know, we are what I have inside of me, you have inside of you. The only difference is I've spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of experiments. I've been in this for a while now, and I've hermited from the world. I got to do that, okay? And now I'm trying to come back out and still be me. So, you know, we're figuring this out. It's a human experience. And truth, you're so welcome. You guys, we're not meant to be perfect. This was never meant to be about us
Yeah.
being perfect. It was just about learning how to have life happen for you instead of to
Yeah.
you. And
And like
that's
I
what
say,
we Red Rover up in here.
yeah, like I say in my intuitive stuff too, like in any of the coachings and stuff, like it's all about figuring out how you work, and rather than putting any one intuitive, any one person on a pedestal, you know what I mean? It's about allowing yourself to see, like I keep saying, the diversity that is literally mind blowing. Like there are people out there who have a gift that not a single other person on this planet has. Right.
Yeah.
And the same thing is true with your design and the way that you're here. Right. I may be a projector and Nancy's a projector, and we're very similar, but in many ways, we're also very, very different. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's understanding and getting deeper about how you operate, and it teaches you what your strategy and authority is in reference to the rest of the world. And so therefore what we're saying is like, we're not on a pedestal, right? And so, you know, I noticed like when Caitlin said, you know, I'm more in my feminine and he's more in his masculine, that it's such a beautiful thing that you're looking at it from that context based on the readings. And that's very true.
It was the
Or
other
that's
way around, but yeah.
the other way around. And that's very true. However, you know, it now's retrogrades are a time of expansion, very uncomfortable expansion,
Yes.
but
And when
expansion.
you're triggered, it's to ask questions. When you're triggered, it's
Mhm.
not to go in the corner and be mad. And when you're triggered, the anger isn't directed at the person. Truth, the anger is directed at yourself because you haven't healed this. So ask questions. Ask questions and choose to release what's not you. You know, the past version of me is not who I am today. Who I was yesterday isn't who I am today. I am consistently evolving, consistently, you know, and it's a choice. But I know we're about to end this, right? We don't have any more.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Just be clear for this next weekend, though. Seriously, when it comes to these invasive thoughts, ask ask questions into them. Don't just allow them space and start feeding them, right? Because chances are they no longer serve you, and they're just trying to come in to throw you off this next upgrade because there's some huge
Yep.
timeline shifts happening right now,
Thank
and
you for reminding me. So,
so
Caitlin,
we cannot not feel it. Go ahead.
a message I got for you, Caitlin, that I completely forgot about till now was that oftentimes we, like I always say, circle the block until we get to our destination. And sometimes we circle it several times without seeing it, right? This retrograde is going to be a deciding, or how you respond to the energies in the retrograde is going to decide whether or not you circle around the block again, which is totally valid and fine and okay,
And
versus whether
sometimes you need to keep doing it too. So don't
yeah,
beat yourself up if you do. Like on that note,
whether
go
you
on.
make it to your destination, right? Or whether you make it now. So like, you know, just keep that in mind. So, you know, it's not about rushing, right? It's about like, oh, this is something I've experienced before. And what is the pattern and how do I respond or how do I react in this situation? Right. So go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to react to that or to
No,
cut
it's
you
true
off.
though, but it's true, you know, and that's exactly how it is, you know, looking at things and just really asking questions into it. Because a lot of times is pulling and here's the thing. Even if it's the same roller coaster, the same street you've been on a million times, right? This time I'm sure your pace is a little different. Something's a little different, you know, and if not, then look and see, you know, does there need to be something different? Because sometimes there
Yeah.
doesn't need to be something different. Just love yourself. Love yourself. Don't get lost in shame. That's a horrible place to be. Love yourself because if you can't love yourself, no one else can love you. And believe me, I have been in the life where I didn't understand what the heck that meant, and now I completely understand. So I wish you all the
Oh, that's
best.
sweet. That's beautiful. Thank you, Caitlin. We appreciate your last words. And in that, thank you guys for joining us. Um, those Wandy, there are some of you guys who remember us when we used to come together before, and I hope that you can see the growth and change in ourselves the same way you can see it in yourselves. And we're going to continue to work towards melding our divine frequencies and our designs together in a way that is of service and in a way that really offers some value to you guys. So
Then
thank
I'm
you
gonna
guys
stop
for
hiding.
receiving, and thank you guys for receiving Jessica seriously, as a dear friend of mine and somebody who's been so pivotal in my growth and journey. Thank you guys for receiving her. It means a lot to me. Okay.
And to me. Thank you guys.
God bless, and we leave you in the divine light
Namaste.
of our divine creator. Bye.
Namaste.